Yo, what's good, YouTube? We're gonna keep this short, sweet, and simple. Uh, as you can see, we're doing an album review today. Obviously, we're doing it on Nutso Thuggin's Demolition tape. Pretty good tape. One of my favorite artists to actually listen to. Uh, wouldn't mind working with him. I might try to, throw some beats together, do a beat tutorial of a beat for him, and then, try to see if I can maybe get him on it or something like that. Catch his attention. Either which way, this is one of my favorite artists to actually listen to. Anytime he drops something, I go and check it out. So let's go ahead and hop into it. We got Demolition. So, and out of this album, there's eight songs in this tape. And out of the eight, I like three of them. So I like 40 Deep, I like Elimination, and I like Black on Black. Right. I don't really remember which one of these are my favorite. I ran through this a few times and get to, go through it multiple times like I wanted to. But this is a pretty good tape. I always the main thing that I always liked about Nutso is his beat selection. He's really good at getting those dark ambient, euphoric, melodic type beats, but they're very dark and sinister sounding. So I like that style with him. I also like the fact that he actually knows how to produce and make his own beats, and he does really well. The combination that I like the most from him, producer wise, is I really like him and uh, Two Times. I like that combination because Two Times I've talked to him a few times. Set up a collab or two with him. He uses something else outside of FL Studio, so it's got a little bit harder to collab with him. But Two Times has always been one of those producers that was really good at that dark, ambient, sinister sound, and him and Nutso Thuggin together make a really nice combination, a nice sound. I don't know if Two Times maybe has a song on here or not. Can't remember off the top of my head, but the main focus, the main reason I mentioned Two Times was the fact of the beat selection, and Nutso Thuggin does a really good job of selecting beats that sound like him. It's not like I never really hear him picking beats that is like, all right, he rapped on it and did his thing, but it sounds like this type beat, but he can rap on it. He literally always picks beats that sound like a Nutso Thuggin type beat. Um, like I said, so yeah, let's do the grading part. So we did a 3 out of 8, which we know is a little less than 50%. So let's go ahead and do some math and get the exact number and see what we get. So we got like 0.375, so we'll round it up to a 0.38. So we'll call it a 38, or maybe we'll just call it a 4. Just make it a 4. Just make the numbers even. A 4 out of 10. Stars are, yeah, however you want to look at it, or 40 out of 100, or whatever, however you want to look at it. Regardless, we got about a 4 out of 10 stars. I think that's pretty accurate. I definitely would probably give them maybe like, aside from the number, actually doing the math like I normally would, I'd probably give them about a good like 5 out of 10 stars. 5, like I've always said, is average. 5 is not bad to me. A 5 is like you get all your SoundCloud rappers or all your rappers in general, and you put them in a line, and let's say there's 10 of them, and then out of those 10, you just the average of them as far as music would equal a 5. That's kind of how I see it. So it's not like a 5 is a bad rating. It's just like when it's just like your average. This is what was expecting from this person. So this is exactly what I was expecting as far as the beat selection of his style of rap, that type of deal. Now those are a lot of things that I like. Things that I dislike is sometimes he kind of has like a rap style or a cadence that's very well. I can't say it's similar to Baby Drill, but they have the same similar style, which I think those two would be a really good collab. Actually, Baby Drill and Nutso Thuggy, but he kind of has a style to where he'll be rapping fast, and it almost sounds like he's kind of off beat, like kind of like he's rapping and the beat happens to be playing in the background, but the beat happens to match with his rap a little bit. Like sometimes I notice that like he'll kind of get off a cadence of the beat, and like the bars will be hard, the beat will be hard, and it'll be playing, and it sounds good, but then you run it back a few times, you sound like that sounds a little bit weird, a little bit forced, or maybe like there's some tension in there. And I think that all comes down to just fine tuning your craft and really working over time with figuring out what works for you and whatnot. Because I mean, you constantly can learn, you constantly can get better as an artist, producer, engineer, whatever it is. Athlete. It doesn't matter what you do. So you could be in sales, like I'm in sales. You can always improve and get better. You can always take tips, even from people that are below you and above you and right there with you. You can always take tips from. So overall, I give this a really good rating. I think it was a good album. I like it quite a bit. I really, really, really like the fact that it's not long. I like the fact that that was really a really good thing that he did. I like the fact that it's not 10, 15, 20 songs deep. And I like the fact that also each one of these songs aren't even up to 3 minutes. A good time frame for songs wise, in my opinion, is about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, almost three. And then I think a really good time frame for mixtapes and songs like this and underground style music is anywhere from like a minute 50, almost 2 minutes to about 2.5 minutes. The reason being is because I think it gives a better way to kind of not without I don't know the best way to explain it. It kind of tricks the listener into listening to this song more and more. Like if I had a 3 minute song and I really liked it, after about 2 minutes, I'm like, all right, how many times are you gonna throw the hook back in there? How many verses is this artist gonna have? But when you have like a hook, a verse, a hook, and then one more outro verse, I think that's like the perfect song, which should be about 2 minutes and some change. To be honest with you, anything further past it, I think you're kind of limiting yourself because you'll get halfway through the song, and be like, okay, I've heard enough, I'm cool with it, and then move on to the next one. Whereas if you hear a song that's like 2 minutes, a minute 12 seconds, a minute 30, or 2 minutes and 30 seconds, a minute 45, minute 50 seconds, something like that. By the time you get grooving and listening to the song and you're bobbing to it, you're like, damn, yeah, that song's hard. And then you look over and realize it's about to go to the next song. You run it back one more time. So I think shorter songs will actually help keep the attention span of the listener better, and I also think it will kind of force or trick the listener to listen to that song more than one time. Like if you've got a 3.5 minute song, I might listen to it once, but if it's a minute and a half, I might listen to it twice. Do you want one play or two plays when somebody's playing your song when they're streaming? You know what I mean? Because it only takes 30 to 35 seconds for you to get a credit for that play. So if that's the case, 30 to 35 seconds in on the 3 minute song, you made your, let's just say, 10 cents. 30 to 35 seconds on a minute and a half song or 2 minute song, you've made your 10 cents again. But then somebody might run it back because it's like, oh yeah, as soon as I got groove into the song, it's over with. Let me run it back because those few bars was pretty hard, and then now you've made 20 cents in the same time frame. That's just kind of how I think about it. That might be my business mind. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too analytical too as well. But that's how I would look at it as a artist, a producer, musician, or whatever. This is a really good example of how you would want to do your tape. Not too many songs. You've got a feature here or there. Well, he's got one. If he had one more feature, that'd be cool. But I wouldn't go further past that. And then if you look at it, he's about a 50% ratio. So half the songs are songs that I like, and then the other half are songs that I just didn't make it to my playlist. It doesn't mean it's a bad tape or a bad song, a bad album or anything like that. It just didn't, those didn't resonate and connect with me. But that's really all I got for you guys. Definitely give this a strong 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. It's average. It's what I was looking for. And again, average does not mean it's bad. It's just what I was expecting. This is right on par with what I expect from this artist and this style and whatnot, and within this range, this caliber is the best way to explain it. So that's really all I got for you guys. I want to keep it short, sweet, and simple. We got they're not going to take too much of you guys Sunday. I'll get back to doing some tutorials next week. Sorry I skipped last week. I've been dealing with some medical issues and whatnot. My eyes are actually extremely dilated. That's why I can't really do anything on the computer so much. Like everything here is blurry. But I'm able to speak and get talk to you guys and give you some info. But as soon as my eyes get back right and I kind of make out characters and words and whatnot and can kind of see again, we'll be back to the tutorials. I owe one guy a tutorial that asked me about something, so I'll make sure I try to get that as soon as possible. I'm sorry for the guy that asked me the last one on about involving growth speed. I will get that video out there. But that's all I got. Follow me on all my social media. If I got it, you'll find me. If I don't, you won't. Milan Makes Beats on all social media. And that's it, man. Leave a comment in the comment section. Leave a like on the video or a dislike if you dislike it. But either which way, just interact with the video so the algorithm works in my favor and we start getting seen by more people and I can keep, continuing to do this more often, more frequently, and at a better quality. I'd love to, at some point in time, get my room all set up and have a really nice, ambiance and video style. But, it takes time, so we're working with what we got. But that's all I got for you guys today. Y'all enjoy your weekend and enjoy your Sunday.
Peace, and we'll be back next week. I'm out.